Professor Jill Farrant had been into rehab twice to beat her alcoholism, but a spiritual awakening is what truly turned her life around. She took a leap of faith, believing in herself again and embracing the higher power that sustains her.
Perfectionist, people pleaser, workaholic. That's what you are, Jill Margaret Farrant. Continue in this vein and you will drink again. While I have not imbibed alcoholically, I have indeed had spirit that has intoxicated me. And this, my friends who question my integrity, is what finally has set me free. Within a week of me hearing that message in the forest, I got an email from Giorgio Armani, L'Oreal. They made an eye product based with one of the extracts from my resurrection plant that I'd published. And they asked me if I would consult for them. And I thought, that's it.
She was in a very bad way. And we were deeply concerned, as was Jill, about whether or not she'd be able to recover mentally, to be able to continue her research, to hold her post as a professor, to be able to lecture. And this is what's been so absolutely breathtakingly phenomenal, is that she has been able to. I have no idea how she did it, but she met those challenges and that adversity with the most extraordinary strength.
Against the odds, and with a newfound lightness and purpose, Jill resumed her research, and the world began to notice. Less than a year later, you won one of the world's most prestigious awards for women in science.
I was called by a Nobel Prize winner to tell me that I'd won an award called the UNESCO L'Oreal Women in Science Award, which is essentially Nobel Prize winners choose a top woman scientist from each continent. And I happened to win the African, Arab States, Middle East title.
Please welcome Professor Farrant.
The award ceremonies is a little bit overwhelming. I stood up there and I just thought, wow, because you've got an audience of 2,000 people in front of you. The emotions that I felt that night were incredibly complex. Do I deserve this? I still battle to think that I'm as good as people think I am. I really do. For the wannabe scientists out there, do it. Science rocks. If it's your dream, follow it. I did.
Despite her enormous achievements, Jill had been driven by the need to make her father proud. After he died, she felt the depth of it.
When he died, I discovered that every article ever been written about me, he'd cut out, put into a folder and had a red bow around it. I discovered that when I was cleaning out his office.
So if he was here and he would see all of this, one wonders what he'd say. Your dad.
Dad would have been so proud of me. He really would, and I think that's why it was so emotional for me to stand up there and to know he was not present physically.
Jilly has, in fact, to me, defied every single odd. She's doing the most amazing work, and in a way it's almost like the work is even better than it was before. And that for me has been breathtaking.
I don't think anyone would have thought it was possible when she relapsed. We were scared for the future, and she came through it, and look what happened. I mean, she's bloomed, she's done a resurrection, she's exactly like her plants.
In your work life, you work with plants that are so dried up that you think they're dead, and then a little bit of water makes them blossom and come to life in 24 hours. But you've blossomed, you've come to life.
I have changed, I have grown, I have resurrected, I have faith in myself, my work, and in him. If that fall didn't happen, I pretty much probably would have picked up again. I was pushing myself to a point of collapse. And I think something big had to happen to me for me to finally say, okay, I had to lose my senses to come to my senses.
I think she's made peace with everything that happened with her on a journey. She accepted, she's asked forgiveness, and she's forgiven herself. And if you can forgive yourself, then your journey ahead is just going to be beautiful.
When I'm walking, it's probably one of the most amazing experiences in my life because I have everything that I want right there. The person I love most, sea, nature, wind, and surrounding me, creation. I have all that I require to be the woman I am.